What's happening, y'all? So, I came across this article, and I said, you know what? This looks like it's for men that never had a father in their life too much. So I'm gonna go through this list, these tips for men, and let's see if they have any merit. And I'm gonna give my feedback on it. Enjoy, okay? So, number one, well, first of all, it says your father probably told you a few things, but just in case he wasn't around enough, here are some words of wisdom you might have missed out on. Number one, go for women you perceive to be out of your league. You'll surprise yourself. Now, I agree with that because you know what? It's in line with shooting for the stars because you just might land on the moon. You might not get to the star, but at least because you tried your hardest or you went for the best you could get, you're going to get better than what you would have if you settle, okay? So as long as you approach things, even in life, with confidence, you're going to get the best that you can. So I like that. Number two, never have sex with anyone that doesn't want it as much as you. Yeah, because it's going to be lackluster. It's not going to, it's it's a bunch of bullshit. I've been on the end where I didn't want to, and the girl knew. I was just kind of like, well, what's wrong? I'm like, well, I didn't really want to. I'm not in the mood right now. I got bills to pay. I'm broke. I'm fucked up right now in the head, woman. So yes, if you both want it, then you do it, because then it's going to be a real good experience. Number three, never hit anyone unless they are an immediate threat. That's true, because you can go to jail real fast or get yourself killed or fucked up, jumped, and all that extra shit in between. Unless it's an immediate threat, because, true men really only hit when their life is on the line or if they're in danger, because a real man can talk out any issues that he needs to. Real men, period. Usually, if you typically run into men that when you have something to say, you have a disagreement, they always want to take it outside or they always want to fight, they've got a problem. They're children in their heads. They're boys in their heads. They can't talk out their issues. Only fight when you absolutely have to. Number four, every hat should serve a purpose. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you're looking at it like that. But in this day and age, I don't think it actually has to. Hey, if it's going to serve a purpose, yeah, it's to cover my head and make me look good. Now, I'm not a hat wearer, but I know guys that wear hats, and a lot of them wear hats just because it looks good or it goes with the outfit, so I guess so. Number five, never take her to the movies on the first date. I disagree with that because, yes and no. If it's just the movies, yeah, that's no. Because the first date, you're supposed to get to know each other. So I think a first date should include some type of setting where you get to sit and talk and have stimulating conversation with each other. All right? Now, if you do that and a movie, nothing wrong with that. Dinner. Like for me, personally, I think that the way I like to do dates, I mean, if I was going to really do a date, I would do dinner, a movie, and then dancing, personally. Because dinner, you get to have the stimulating conversation, you get to have great food, and great food itself stimulates the woman and you. You have that great conversation, you get to know each other. Then you go to the movies, you get to have a little action or maybe some romance or maybe even something scary. She's grabbing on your shoulder, you get to get a little close there, right? Then you go dancing at the club. Whatever club you want to go to, hip hop club, Spanish club, whatever. You get to dance, because dancing will let you know just how close you two are getting, okay? And then, hey, whatever happens after that, happens. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Number 6, learn to wet shave. I think think that's more of a white thing than a black thing. Because the only reason why I say that is because black men, a lot of times when they wet shave, razor, and it's really close, a lot of us get the hair bumps because of our hair being curly when it grows back. But yeah, if I could wet shave everything, I would, because everything is closer. But I usually dry shave. I have a trimmer that I trim it down with, everything down with. And I have another electric razor built for black men that gets really close. So let me see here. Number 7, nothing looks more badass than a well-tailored suit. Ain't that motherfucking true? Let me tell you something. I was in the mall one day and I was wearing a suit, right? And I went to Armani Exchange. I was going to pick up a shirt that I wanted. And when I walked in, one of the girls came up to me and she said, "Are you here for an interview?" I was like, "No." She was like, "Oh, we thought you were here for an interview." I was like, No. She was like, "Our manager, as soon as you walked in, she was like, get him. So apparently they wanted me because I had the proper look for Armani Exchange. You got what I'm saying? So yes, it's badass. It looks powerful. It looks sophisticated, and it looks manly. It works. So yes. Now, is it arguable that there are other more badass things? Yes, but it definitely is badass to have a well-tailored suit. Number 8, and just so y'all know, this list is around 40 points long. So we're going to have a good-ass time at this site. So sit back, relax, get your popcorn, and continue to enjoy. Number 8, shave with the grain on the first go-around. Yeah, I've heard that because, you know, if you don't, when it grows back, you can get the hair bumps. Number 9, always look a person in the eye when you talk to them. Yeah, just not like Dracula. You know what I mean? Don't be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we had went over here and I did that, and then she said this. I mean, you know, just look them in the eye, because it shows that you're not intimidated, and it shows that you're paying attention to them, and you're being direct. You know, as a man, you're confident in yourself when you look someone in the eye. I've noticed I've talked to certain guys and, you know, they're constantly like, yeah, you know, or they're looking up in the sky, or they're looking down to the side. You know, I got a friend that does that all the time. It just shows some type of fear or insecurity, you know, when you can't look a person in the eye. Number 10, buy a plunger before you need a plunger. Yeah, because you don't want to be caught without one. It can be very nasty situation, especially if you happen to have a woman in the house and you wasn't planning on dropping the deuce, and she need to use the bathroom after you. So don't do that. Number 11, exercise makes you happy. Run, lift, and play sports. That's true. So I'm addicted to working out, and addicted to running at one point. It was a point where, you know, there's a point when you run where you get the runner's high, endorphins start to get released, and you feel so good. It also happens when you're doing cardio for a while too. So I love working out, and it's true. Number 12, brush your teeth before you put on your tie. Yeah, that's true. Because you never know, you might get some damn toothpaste on your tie. Number 13, a small amount of your paycheck should go directly to your savings account every month. That's true. Because at the end of your life, or at the end when it's time for retirement, you won't have nothing to show for it. And also, at the same time, you need money for emergency. Every person should have anywhere from 6 months to a year or more in savings, just in case something catastrophic happens in your life or to the world, so that you can take care of yourself. That's very true. Call your parents every week. I think a lot of people neglect this, and remember, your parents love you very, very much. It shows that you still care, and staying in touch with them keeps them happy and helps them live longer lives, because they know their children still love them after they left the nest. And just put yourself in their place if you want to. I think if your kids left and they never called, really, maybe once every 2 weeks or once every month, kind of hurts, right? Yeah. Number 15, never wear a clip-on tie. Never wear a clip-on tie. It looks cheap and fake, and like you don't know the basics of being a man, which is one of them learning how to tie a tie. I personally do a half Windsor. I don't know how to do a full Windsor yet, but I will learn how to do a full Windsor. Let me see. Number 16, give a firm handshake. Yes, give a firm handshake. It's like looking a person in the eye. Okay, it's that confidence. It's direct. It shows, that you are a man when you give a firm handshake. But don't try to crush them, like Chosen did in Karate Kid Part 2. When they shook hands, all you see is hands shaking because he's trying to crush Daniel's hand. Don't do that shit, because it's like you want to fight. Like just this power struggle from the beginning, like you're trying to dominate another man off the. Don't do that shit. It's stupid, as far as I'm concerned. Try to match each other's pressure. Let's see here. Another thing about the handshake, also, you want to always try to hit right here. There's a lot of nerve endings there, and it feels good. You ever notice when you've given a good handshake, it actually feels good for a second. 17, compliment her shoes. Yeah, I guess, it's true, because women put a lot of thought into buying shoes. So when you tell them I really like them shoes, they're like, some of them might give it to you just for doing that. So it boosts their confidence and makes them feel good as a woman when you compliment their shoes. Number 18, never leave a pint unflushed. Do we need to say any more? Yeah, that's true. No, I'm sorry. Didn't say unflushed, it said unfinished. I was calling shit a pint. So I never heard anybody call shit a pint. I'm gonna leave that one. I don't know. Number 19, if you aren't confident, fake it. It will come. That's true. Fake it till you make it. It's absolutely true. As long as you fake it with confidence. Got it? It will come. Your subconscious starts to build around it. And it says, hey, okay, he's trying to do this. Okay, let's give him the qualities he needs to be this. Get to work on it, brain. That's how it works. Number 20, you can tell the size of a man by the size of the things that bother him. That's interesting. I've never heard that one before. But it kind of does make sense. In a lot of areas it does make sense, because if someone is really bothered by the small things, and relationships aside, because relationships are a little bit different, because the closer you get to a girl, even the closer she gets to you, smaller things bother you because you love each other so much and you want things to be so perfect. So that's separate. But if a guy is getting mad over the dumbest shit, he's just a regular guy, you and him talking, it's like, damn, what is wrong with you, man? Like, it's small potatoes. Okay, did your house just burn down? I think you might be a little bit distraught after that. But don't worry just because you got a little bit of mud on your sneakers. You can clean that the fuck off. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so fucking emotional. Let's see here. Number 21, be conscious of your body language. That's true. Because your body language communicates good things and bad things. And you can communicate them at the wrong time. Trust me on that. Especially when guys approach women. Sometimes they have this body language as if they want to fuck them right now. You don't do that. You reserve that body language for when you know the woman. That's just a small example. Always be conscious of your body language and of others. Because if you can read body language, trust me, that intuition allows you to have a much better relationship with people. Period. Number 22, the only reason to ever point a gun at someone is if you intend to shoot them. Yeah. Don't ever do it unless you intend to shoot them, because you know what? You point it and you just sell them wolf tickets talking shit, and you let them go, that person might come back and kill you. People take that as a very serious threat. A lot of people do. Some, you might not never see them because they're scared of you. But I'm telling you, don't ever do it unless you're planning on shooting. I don't even own a gun, but if I did, I'm gonna pull it out. It's because I am gonna shoot you if you do not leave my family alone or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Never lend anything you can't afford to lose. I live by this one. I live by it. I just had a friend actually call me and asked me for $100. She was in trouble. He needed it. First of all, I assessed the situation, and I knew that how much I needed my money, and I knew that, you know, he would be okay. And after I texted him and told him I'm sorry, I couldn't, I'm broke, you know, it's just the truth. He was like, it's okay, I'll be all right. I just knew that I could count on you, but it's okay. I understand what it is. We all broke these days, man. And he, you know, it was over. So that's the truth. And I have lent money before. I lent $30 to this girl one time that I knew, and she never gave it back. But I could afford to lose it. See that? I thought she was going to give it back, but she never did. So never give it back. I mean, never lend unless you can afford to lose it. Ask, number 25, ask more than your answer. Everybody likes to talk about themselves. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at the time we got. Okay. That's true, because that's a tactic for having great conversations with people. Because when when you're first getting to know people, their favorite subject is them, especially women. Ask them as much as you can about themselves, something where they can give you a real wordy answer, which women usually do anyway. But you want to ask them, yeah, what are your goals in life? You know, what are your dreams? Whew, shit. That will cover about 8 hours with a woman. So that's true. And it makes people feel that you really care about them when you ask like that. Number 26, keep a change of clothes at the office. I guess that's true, just in case. Like Sarah, for example, even though she's a woman, she always carries her gym bag with her. She always has her gym clothes with her, okay? Just in case she decides to go to the gym or take a walk with me around the park or something like that. But it's a good idea. It's something that I don't do, but it's good just in case something were to happen. Now look, I ain't going to shit my pants at work or something like that. It's not going to happen. But just by chance, if it ever did, it is a good idea. Just in case. I mean, hell, the whole break room could be having cake, and the cake falls on you and messes your shirt and your pants up. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a nice change of clothes or whatever. So anyway, number 27, buy high quality tools so you only have to buy them once. You know, there's a phrase that Sarah actually told me before, and she's a woman. And she said her grandmother always used to say, we can't afford to buy cheap. That's true. You buy quality whenever you can. So you ain't got to buy it again and again and again. Buy something that is going to last you. Number 28, manliness is not only being able to take care of yourself, but others as well. I do believe that. It is our role in society to be the provider and the protector. I believe that. In that way, in particular, it is my opinion. I'm old-fashioned in that. I believe a man should be able to take care of himself as well as others. Number 29, go with the decision that will make for a good story. See the time there, okay. Camera's getting ready to cut off and then switch to another frame, so yeah. Yeah, because you know we love telling good stories. Shit, if anything, men can tell some damn tall tales. So you want to be able to tell the best damn story that you can. I don't really believe there's nothing against that. Let me see here. Number 30. Number 30 is when you walk, look straight ahead, not at your feet. Yeah, because you're going to fall over. That's just being damn clumsy. So never look at your feet when you walk. It's retarded. And it's insecure too, just so you know. Right? 31. Nice guys don't finish last. Boring guys do. I'm in the middle on this. Because, yeah, if you're nice, but you're exciting, girls do like spontaneity. I believe that will happen. Okay? If you have some gumph to you, as long as you're not too nice, let it have more action than the nice. Okay? Have more action than being nice. Always let the action overwhelm the nice, because that way she's always going to be intrigued and wonder what's coming next from you. Remember that. All you nice guys, be more action than nice. Okay. 32. Find your passion and figure out how to get paid for it. Man, that's what I'm talking about. And that's one that I found out on my own. That is true. You have to find out what makes you passionate and find out how to get paid for it. Because what is better than getting paid for something you love to do? Because guess what? Then it's not work. Then you don't have to take a vacation. Because vacations are meant to get away. To get away from what? You should never be wanting to run away from your life. Understand that? So those that go on vacation and they dread coming back to work, that sucks. You don't want to be that. You want to be the person that's enjoying life, that's getting paid to do what you do. And you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go to Bermuda. And when I come back, I'm going to continue to do what I love. You're not going to be angry to come back. You know what I mean? It's life. It's something that you decided to do. And then you came back to your normal life, which is life that you already love. You love to travel. You love to go these different places, Florida, wherever you're going to go for your vacation. And then you come back and get back to things that you love. I like that one. That one's my favorite so far. Number 33, don't let the little head do the thinking for the big head. That's true. That's true. Because it'll get you in trouble a lot. Ask all the guys out there that have babies that they did not want. Yeah. Next. Number 34, no matter their job or status in life, everyone deserves your respect. That's true. I've always argued with men that said, you know, you've got to earn my respect. Why? You don't even know me. I personally, and the reason why I don't like that, because what they will do a lot is that they will treat people like shit or like they don't mean anything to them until they mean something to them. And you know, you get what you get. You know, treat others as you want to be treated. It's the golden rule. So I'm not like that. One thing you do have to earn with me is trust. You can't trust anybody that just walks into your life. But respect, I give it because I expect it whenever I meet somebody. Let me see. Number 35, the most important thing you can learn is personal responsibility. Bad things happen, it's your job to overcome them. Hasn't that been my theme in my past few videos? Personal responsibility. When you're a man, when you're a woman, you're an adult, you make decisions that affect your life. It is your fault when something happens. It is your fault for constantly choosing bad women. All right, it's your fault for constantly being in debt because you either do not work hard enough, you do not manage your money hard enough, you did not get the education you needed to pursue the career that you wanted. No matter what it is, we're dealt different chips and different cards. But some of those blackjack winners go on to live at the casinos because they make their money at the table of life. You gotta work with your chips and your cards and make it work. That is how it fucking works. Okay? 36. The first one to get angry loses. Yeah, that's true. Because as soon as you get angry and you start mouthing off, you lose your wits, you can't think straight. This happens to women a lot, and that's not being stereotypical. Women tend to be more emotional than men. So a lot of times they get really angry and hurt and they can't express themselves. But the same thing does happen to men a lot. A lot of sensitive men out there, they lose it. And they can't, it's like, all right, well, I can't even talk to you right now because you all mad and acting a fucking fool. Who knows what you're going to do? You know what I mean? Sometimes people hit people, they go to jail, they kill people, they go to prison. I mean, you know, they say things that they shouldn't say. They lose a relationship, they lose a friend. So always stay level-headed, no matter what it is. Whether it's at business, you could lose your job. Always stay level-headed as much as you can. Number 37, do what needs to be done without complaining. It won't help speed things up. That's true. You got to do something, do it. You know, I mean, it's just how it, you know, it's life. Take care of your responsibilities and do what you have to do. Stop complaining and whining, because all that negative energy is going to bring you nothing but more negative energy and whining and complaining. And we all hate whining and complaining, especially to hear it. Number 38, never stop learning. I tell y'all this all the time. Never fill this thing to the brim until it spills over. Okay? Become as magnificent of a learner as you can, because it's all you got in the end. And you're just going to become just this, I don't even want to say a god, but almost a god within yourself. And I'm not talking becoming God. I'm not into that Hova and I am and all that shit. I'm not talking that. What I'm saying is you just become the pinnacle of your dynamic energy and power that's within yourself. Got what I'm saying? All right. Now, number 39, always go out into public dressed like you're about to meet the love of your life. You know what? I remember years ago, I told myself I'm always going to leave the house like I'm getting onto the runway. Walking out the door and onto the runway. That means I always wanted to look like a model. I wanted to always look like I'm always dressing to impress, dressing to look like I'm going somewhere. And that has stuck with me throughout my life. And I made that decision around 18 or 19. I remember that when I did that. I was like, there's no need for me to walk out here like, you know, a piece of shit. Because girls can tell you this and men can tell you this. You walk out the house, I'm just going to 7-Eleven. I'm just going to 7-Eleven. Shit, let me wear my Snoopy sneakers and my flip-flops with my socks and my dirty-ass dingy pajama pants and my tank top. Who am I going to run into? And then a gang of fine bitches walk in. That's right, and don't none of them want you at that time because your fault, you came out the house looking dirty. Number 40. Don't change yourself just to make someone happy, unless that someone is you. Oh my God, that's true. That is very true. Very, very true. Because here's the thing. Look, I'm going to direct this one toward relationships, male-female relationships. A lot of times people try to change another person. It is your job that when you're presented with constructive criticism to see whether that truthfully is a change that you need to make. If it is a change that you need to make and it will make you happy, then you make that change. If not, say, I'm sorry, we're just going to have to agree to disagree, and you move on. Me and Sarah have been together for almost 8 years. We both have done some changing, but only after understanding that, yeah, it would make the other person happy, but it would make me even happier because then I would be a better person by making this change. Your happiness has to outweigh whatever the other person spoke of, whether it's your teacher, whether it's your parents, no matter who it is. Because if it makes you happier to make that change, then do it. It's got to make sense. And make sure your pride doesn't get in the way. Some people just refuse to change just because I'm going to be me and accept me for who I am. If you're an asshole, change that part of your personality. Because everybody hates an asshole. Okay. 41. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You know what this is talking about? This is talking about surrounding yourself with people that can only make you better. Okay? When you surround yourself with people that can only make you better, you become a better person and you enhance yourself. And then once you're the smartest person in the room again, you elevate yourself to the next room to where they're all smarter than you. And you always continue to grow and learn from people that are better than you. You know what I'm saying? And don't get all up in arms. What do you mean? Ain't nobody better than nobody else. You know what I'm talking about. They may think better than you. You know, they may just have ideas that are different from yours that you can learn from. That's what I mean by that. 42. Luck favors the prepared. Ain't that the damn truth? You know, some people are like, oh, you're just lucky. No, he wasn't lucky. He took the steps he needed to do it to become a successful person. The more prepared you are, the luckier you will be. I mean, I think I had an analogy or story that I told before when I was talking about, you know, if a man goes into the woods and he's like naked, I mean, and he gets attacked or something like that. I mean, you know, he was unprepared, but the man goes in with the Rambo knife and all of his fatigues and his boots and his hat and his goggles and night vision and the rifle with the scope and all that shit. That's the man that was prepared, and you can't tell him that he was lucky to get out of the woods alive. No, he came prepared. Luck is created, all right? 43. Women find confidence sexy as hell. Yes. And that was the reason why, if y'all been following me for a while, actually, let me look at the time again. Yeah. That I was alone for, I had a drought for about 5 years because I created this shell of a man that was chiseled to the bone, that was a hulk of muscle. He was pretty. Woo! But it was to mask my insecurities, mask the confidence that I didn't have. But guess what? Once I became confident, oh, calm down, bitches. Get in line and take a number. Woo! Get what I'm saying? Women love confidence. If you're confident, you could be the ugliest man on the planet and get the baddest women on the planet. Trust me on that, fellas. 44. Do whatever you want to do in life, but be the best at it. Ain't that the truth? Be the best that you can be at what you do. Because one thing about men in particular, is that we don't want to be the old man sitting on the porch, shoulda, coulda, woulda. You don't want to be that. You just, it will make you, oh my God, you will regret that so much. That's the reason why I started to pursue acting and modeling again after I'd thrown it away and lost my confidence. Because I said, nah, I'm not going to be that dude that could have made it. And look at me now. I've got a successful YouTube channel. Things are turning around for me so fast and moving for me so fast. I mean, it's trust me on this. Become the best that you can. And I told y'all, after 1 million subscribers, I'm going for 10 million subscribers. And then 20 million subscribers. You understand? I want to be the best that I can be at what I do. If I don't make it to be the #1 YouTube channel, that won't bother me. What bothers me is if I don't do my best to become the best channel that I can make it. You understand? And the last one is number 45. No one is on their deathbed wishing they spent more time at work. Enjoy your life. That is the truth. Unless your love is your job. That's a little bit different, but that's the truth. Take time to enjoy your family, to enjoy your friends, to enjoy nature, to enjoy the finer things in life. Travel, see the world, meet people. You know what I mean? Make friends all over the world so that you understand what the world has to give. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have a bucket list longer than my fucking arm. And you're going to have nothing to show for it. This was a wonderful list. I love it. I will post the link below. Go check it out. Post all your comments below. Let me know what y'all thought of this video. 1 million subscribers. Woo!